know it's super hot because I saw the heat index is going to be 115. I was going into Hinds County Circuit Court this morning with a suit on, and I think by the time I walked in, I was already drenched. I mean,
Was it as hot as it was that day in DC when we were
it was not.
trekking
Nothing will
a
be
mile down?
that hot. I mean, especially with the fact that not only was it hot in DC, but I was having to listen to you like cry about your feet for the entire time.
I mean, you saw them. That was painful.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. What we're talking about. So we went to the White House a few weeks ago, and Lindsay decided to wear heels. And
Because, okay, first of all, I did not know all the streets of DC were going to be shut down.
Mhm.
I knew they were having
It was
the
the
big,
weekend of the Army parade,
and I
y'all.
knew
So
I knew they were having that, but I didn't realize they were going to be shutting everything down. We got there on a Thursday night, and they were towing vehicles on the
Yeah.
street so they could shut everything down. And I also didn't know how many miles you think we ran.
I don't know.
Basically,
It was a few.
John.
It was a few. I'm not sure. I didn't clock it, but it was a bit because we were supposed to go to the normal entrance, but they had blocked everything off, so we had to go kind of a right around again the White House. Right, we basically walked around the White House like 3 times. That's essentially what it turned out to be.
Pretty much. And by the time, and I wore comfortable heels. I mean, they were shoes I had worn many times before. They're comfortable. Not so much in 110-degree weather when you are basically running to try and get where you're supposed to be on time and all the roads are shut down. And the bottom of my feet ended up being nothing but like one huge blister.
Yeah.
That I could not walk on. Now, Sean took much joy in this, and he
I bet.
videoed me being wheelchaired through the daggum airport, which I thought was not funny at all.
Don't forget that Secret Service also asked you if you needed a wheelchair as well. So you were asked by a Secret Service agent to wheel you through the White House.
Secret Service was there to help.
Yeah, so they were willing to do that for you. So it was funny no, it was not as hot. It was pretty hot, but it's going to be hotter as the day goes on. And apparently this whole week we're in this horrible heat pattern, which is in Mississippi. I mean, what do you expect? It's not like we weren't expecting it to be, hot as Hades. I'll use that word instead of the other one. And
hell.
Yeah. Oh, can I say that already? I never know what I could say. I'm trying to really temper my actions.
It's going to be really, really, really hot in hell for the people who were behind the child sex trafficking ring. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, well I'm sure that's of course that is the constant Epstein story that we keep talking, which we'll get to some of that today because again there's more drips and drips and drips of that. I'd set up a whole thing for us to talk about today that did not include Epstein, but this time I guess it's going to because there was new news out there that Ghislaine Maxwell, who's Epstein's cohort, was subpoenaed by a House committee last night. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. A House Oversight Committee subpoenaed for her deposition, which I've been saying that all along. She's the one who was there. Why are we not talking to her? Why are we not, getting her side of the story? Even though, how much can you actually trust someone that was involved in a sex trafficking ring? I don't know. But, it seems to be the only thing we can get because Trump still refuses to release the Epstein files.
Yeah, as Governor Barnett once said one time, if you can't trust a trustee, who can you trust?
Not a politician.
Not a politician.
Not a politician.
But so she's gonna. Ms. Maxwell has been subpoenaed. I don't know whether she will testify. That's gonna be up to her counsel and whether they make her some kind of immunity agreement because her case is still, I believe, on appeal. And so she doesn't want to make any statements that are going to implicate her unless she's given some sort of immunity deal. I would think that would happen. I don't know what the resistance to that's going to be. They asked the president was just giving a press conference about an hour ago where they discussed this with him. And he said, okay, well, I'm kind of like side shifted the issue a bit, but he was like, oh yeah, I think that's a good idea, I guess, kind of thing. That's the way it sounded like he was kind of just hit with it and didn't really know. And there was another story that Todd Blanche, who's the deputy attorney general, is going to meet with her as well and discuss things of that nature. Find out what do you got in the files, Ms. Maxwell? Who's in there? Is Trump in there?
Whose birthday card?
That's what he's going for. Yeah, is this his birthday card?
Tell us about the birthday cards.
What did they do?
That's what we all care about, the birthday cards.
What did they do at the birthday party, though? That's what we really care about. What happened at the birthday party, the 50th birthday party for old Jeffrey, And so that's kind of what dripped out today. But we do have a lineup of other things where
we are coming to you live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness Studios of Mississippi, which I have an appointment there today. I'm super excited about going back, and we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Is that right, Sean? He's
That's
over there
correct.
behind the board. I don't know what he's doing. He's probably messing everything up. Y'all know how he is.
I'm sure that's it. Yeah.
So if you are watching this, don't just blur my picture out. I have not been feeling
Yeah,
great
she called
the
me,
last
right? She's like, I
few
don't have any
days.
makeup on. I was like, okay. I mean, wear a hat. But anyway, so we have some stories today. So Jackson has got, if y'all know, new parking meters that have been a source of contention within the city because they're a pain in the butt to use. But I use them constantly, and
yeah, you have
and
to
they suck.
You have to look at a sign on the road or something and use the QR code and then enter in. It's ridiculous.
And they installed them about a year ago, which has confused a lot of residents. But apparently, they have raised quite a bit of money over what they were doing, which I guess the other ones were not working.
Right.
So probably,
is there any comparison there? If they raised any money, it's more than what they did raise because those things didn't work.
No, they didn't. So that was one of the, that's one of the issues. And there, and then of course, one of Lindsay's favorite topic of one of three is Mississippi's DEI ban.
All my topics kind of run in together, though.
Yeah, parental rights, DEI, transgender, that's kind of where
vaccine. Did you forget the number one?
There you go. The list of 4, I guess we put that way. So Mississippi's DEI ban was put on ice by federal judge Henry Gringate yesterday, and we'll discuss that. And then I don't know if y'all saw, Hunter Biden lost his ever-loving mind on a podcast yesterday.
He sure did.
Which might be the most entertaining thing I've seen in quite a while. He blames George Clooney, Barack Obama. I guess him and the MAGA have something in common. They're both blaming Barack for something.
No, but he had a few words for Trump too.
Yeah, he had some. I mean, he had a lot of words. If you watch it, he's obviously high as a kite. Watching that, and so you should check that out. But we'll discuss that as well as everything else. So, Lindsay, you've used the parking meters in Jackson before, right? What are you
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Or is it me who always pays for them when we go down there?
It's you that always does that because I don't even know how to use them. I just remember you asking me to tell you what some number was on a sign. I was like, what are you doing before we got out of the car the other day when we were over there? And I was like, what is this about? This is how you have to park now. And I said, what?
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, and
no wonder I got a parking ticket.
The worst part, what they haven't figured out is that you can't extend the time when you need to from the app. Like the app is almost non-functional, and you can't save. So I've got an account, but you can't save your credit card in the account. So every time you got to rescan it. And that's really annoying.
I remember asking you that. I was like, you don't have your card and your...
No, I mean, I've had it for quite a while in there. I mean, I put it in every time and I say save and it never saves.
I know my card number by heart.
Well, I mean, okay, well, good for you. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know that's my business credit card I use for that, so I can write it off. But but yeah, I mean, so you have to put it in every time. It doesn't save it. And then when you can do a 2-hour limit, and then you've got to extend it, but then you can't extend it. So then you get to take it anyway.
You have to go... You have to start all over and then put your card number back in and
I guess that's pretty much the way. What I do, I just say screw it most of the time after that, and just risk whether I get the ticket. And I've gotten a few.
How do they know that you're out of time?
I don't know. I guess I got some sort of scanner or something they do. Maybe a drone. Shoot, heck, if
I
don't know how they do it.
Jackson's not that sophisticated.
I don't know. I don't know how they're monitoring the parking meters. I've never seen parking. I'm assuming it's some sort of electronic scanning situation, because I don't see meter maids like you used to see in the old days out there. I'm guessing.
What are meter maids?
You know what a meter maid is?
Like the little men that would ride on the little scooters.
Like the lady in the little tiny car that looks kind of like smaller than a post office car. The meter maid. You ever seen the meter maid? Okay, you never. Okay, it was a lady that could be a guy. I just call meter maid. Came around and would check the whether you had paid your your parking meter with coins or whatever, and then they give you a ticket. So the meter maid come in, tiny little meter maid vehicle. Look, never seen this before.
No.
Okay, everybody out there, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. What a meter maid is. Meter maids that don't go in.
Somebody call in and tell him.
It looks like
I'm not
smaller,
the only one.
Post office.
But post office cars are big.
But I mean, it's
they're
smaller than
vans. They're like those box car vans.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to. I don't know the best way to describe it. It's like a little tiny.
They drive on the right side of the car too instead of the left,
I can't remember.
The post office people.
Obviously, I haven't seen one in a long time because they don't need them anymore because they got this new system.
See, you're so much older than me. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's why I remember that. I mean, it's Chokeway's newest. It was his grift before he left, and I don't know if he was able to actually secure any of the funding from this, but I think it's raised about $450,000. So then they were like, "Oh, that's over the $20,000 we raised before that." Like you said, there wasn't any there wasn't any really functional meters downtown. I mean, I never used a meter in my life downtown until a year ago. And I mean, sometimes I barely use this one, to be honest with you, because I don't know if there's any enforcement mechanism to get you to pay the citation. I did read they raised $129,000 in citation fines. So that was another part of it.
I got one and I never paid it.
I don't know that anybody, I mean, I don't think, I don't, it doesn't say like a court date or you have to do anything. I think you have to just send it into the company. I don't know what they do if you don't.
Yeah, but how do they, I mean, they haven't suspended my driver's license.
I don't know. I don't know if they can. I just haven't really looked into it. They sent a few of the bills to my office because, my car's registered to my law firm. So they just sent it there and I just throw them away. So, I just never
throw them away.
Yeah, I just never paid it. Yeah. I was like,
if any of you have gotten a citation and they've like done something, suspended your driver's license or something, let me know. I might need to search that ticket out somewhere and pay. How much did they charge for that?
I can't remember, like $20 or something was a late fee or like not paying it, something like that.
601-879-0002 is the number to call in.
But I mean, you can't. I'm like, okay, well, the city's raised nearly $500,000, so I mean, I can't hate on that. That's good for them to be able to do that. I think they had said that eventually it's going to bring in about $1 million of revenue a year. So that's
$1 million.
Yeah, that's what the projections are. So I mean, you can't really hate. I see why they're doing that.
They need to make it a lot more user friendly.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, the Coke machine at City Hall works better than the parking meter. So they need to, I mean, they need to fix it up. So, but if you've had some problems with the Jackson parking meters, which everybody I've talked to has, just let us know. We'd love to hear it because it is a source of contention for everybody that has to park down, which generally just means lawyers, because everybody, where do you go downtown? The courthouse. Like, no, there's like barely any businesses like there once was downtown anymore. So it's generally, the courthouse. What are you looking over there shaking your head like what?
Because I see how you have us on the cameras and it's like
what?
Just nothing.
But so yeah, it's I don't know if you get any problems with it. We've I've experienced it. I hate it, and but it's good for the city. So hopefully they raise some revenue. Anyway, Lindsay, why don't you tell us about your other favorite subject, the DEI ban? What is going on?
I just think it's ridiculous that they're trying to. Hey, we're going to tell me this when it's time to take a break.
Is it time to take a break? Oh, we're close to break there.
Yeah.
You don't want to get into. I mean, what do you want to start talking about the parking meters forever then? Because I mean, I stretched that as much as I could. It's a parking meter. It sucks. Nobody likes using it very well. So you got some more stuff to comment on the parking meter?
I want to know what the meter maid is still.
Google what a meter maid is.
Okay.
It is. If you Google what a meter maid, you'll see, like, I'm not making that term up. It was the meter maid. I mean, I guess it's kind of like calling a flight attendant a stewardess when there are male like flight attendants, but I still call them
I'm not saying that. You just said it's like a car smaller than a postal worker car, but the postal worker cars are big. They're like those big vans.
Okay, I don't know another what to compare it to, like a big go-kart. I don't know what it is.
So is it a car or a van?
It's like a car.
Well, what postal worker's ever been in a car?
Well, I guess you're right. It's a van. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a little. The post office car looks little to me. Not the van, the little car. The car.
I've never seen a post office car.
Well, the one that they always drive, whatever that's called.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what that is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's a small little car that the meter maid drives, or they did. Now they're out of a job. AI has ruined them forever, I guess. So they're another victim of AI and all that kind of stuff. So we don't need the meter maid anymore. But I'll Google it at the break, and everybody's out there, please back me up on this. There's a meter maid, and Lindsay and I will debate that. Hopefully, well, not on the next segment, and we'll just join us back on Crossing the Aisle.
Of crunchy good vibes for a limited time only. Groove on in and share a slice today. Peace, love, and pizza from Johnny's Pizza House.
Win free pizza for a year this summer at Johnny's Pizza House. Your pizza's already a work of art. Now, let it win you free pizza for a year. Just snap a pic with your favorite pizza and enter to win at johnnysph.com/share my slice. Peace, love, and pizza at Johnny's Pizza House.
Pure Air Consultants has always been your go-to for reliable and affordable heating and cooling systems, and now we are offering day and night brand to avoid the 25 to 30% increases that everyone is talking about. With day and night, Pure Air Consultants professionals can install a reliable system with a 10-year system warranty, and right now receive $20 off on service diagnostic fees. Call us today, 601-939-7420, mypureairconsultants.com.
Americans for Prosperity is Mississippi's and the country's leading grassroots organization dedicated to promoting economic freedom and personal liberty. Americans for Prosperity advocates for limited government, free market policies, and empowering individuals. When given freedom and opportunity, Americans are capable of extraordinary things. If you are ready to make a difference in our community and want to get involved, then visit americansforprosperity.org. Be a part of positive change at americansforprosperity.org. Paid for by Americans for Prosperity.
So when are you going to check that thing off your to-do list?
All right, that. I don't know. How about next week?
How about now?
Or I could do it later, right?
No more putting it off. Do it now so you don't forget. You want this and have for a while.
You're right. I want this.
You deserve this. And it can help you in the long run. There. I just logged on to homescc.edu. We're getting you registered right now.
Wait. Hold up. I thought you had to show up on site to register at Homes.
You can do either one. You know that career you talk about all the time? The life you dream about? It starts today. How does that famous quote go?
Please don't.
The secret to getting ahead is
getting started.
Fall classes start August 18th, and we don't do Fridays at Homes. Register at a campus near you Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 3:30, or right now at homecc.edu. And when you come to Home CC, your tuition could be free with a 20 on your ACT.
Homes Community College.
No place like Homes.
Attention homeowners and business owners. Complete Exteriors is now Elite Roofing and Gutters. Are your roof and gutters storm ready? The folks at Elite are your local experts in storm protection. Now is the time for an inspection and for proactive solutions that ensure your roof and gutters can withstand any storm. Get up to a possible $250 rebate on a new roofing system for all active military, veterans, and retirees. Online at eliteroofer.com. Pure Air Consultants has always been your go-to for reliable and affordable heating and cooling systems, and now we are offering day and night brand to avoid the 25 to 30% increases that everyone is talking about. With day and night, Pure Air Consultants professionals can install a reliable system with a 10-year system warranty, and right now receive $20 off on service diagnostic fees. Call us today, 601-939-7420, mypureairconsultants.com.
It can be hard to move past the guilt, times of weakness, and regret, knowing you weren't there for your family when they needed you the most. But there is life after addiction. We're seeing broken families restored, one man at a time, through our vehicle, cash, and thrift store donations. It's given Mercy House Adult and Teen Challenge the ability to help these men succeed in having better lives. Donate a vehicle, running or not, and we'll come pick
And we're back on Crossing the Aisle with Sean and Lindsay, where we decide whether the meter maid actually exists. Did you get a chance to look that up over the break?
No, I was trying to help you over there.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we are back here finding out whether the meter maid exists. But more importantly than that, the meter maid is probably really hot outside. Wouldn't you think so, Lindsay?
Absolutely.
And I
know
wonder
how I am when I'm hot. I can't stand to be hot.
And I wonder if you have that meter maid car, if they've got AC that's working in that car. Do you think that's pretty important?
For sure.
Well, ever wonder why your AC has stopped working? I know you have recently, haven't you?
Yeah, July 4th. The house AC woke up and it was just not working. And I was like, wait, what is this? I can't have this.
Well, the common reasons of this issue include issues like a flip switch, a dirty condenser, improperly sized unit, an old unit, and a malfunctioning thermostat or a capacitor like your issue was. And I was telling you.
I had a capacitor that went out, which I have no idea what that means, but.
No, well, that's like one of those common things. I've had so many air conditioning problems over the years. I could do the capacitor myself because that's always like the main problem.
Well, the last time you had an air conditioning problem, you were like out of your house for what, a week?
That was a different issue. That was not the capacitor, unfortunately. But well, for over 40 years, Pure Air Consultants has been delivering exceptional cooling systems to Central Mississippi, and they want to offer you a rare gift: a free labor warranty for
Not a grift.
Gift, a free labor warranty for 5 years, new construction build, thermostat installation, and more. And financing is available, Lindsay, because we know it could get pricey messing with your AC, and you're going to pay. That is the one thing.
It doesn't matter how you pay. You're going to find a way to pay for that.
Two things that you'll pay for in this state are your car to work and your AC to work. That's the things that you'll forget the food in the house before those two things need to be functioning. So give them a call, check them out. Pure Air Consultants, they are a proud sponsor of Crossing the Aisle. I really do appreciate them, and they are also a very useful service. It's nice, something that is that you need is your air conditioning need to be serviced and fixed. So check them out today. Lindsay.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. All right. Let's talk about your subject. What's up? You can stop looking at the camera. We can talk about your subject.
I'm not looking at the camera.
Okay.
I'm looking at what an idiot this Judge Wingate is, because he says our DEI ban in Mississippi is already causing problems for people. And you know what those problems are?
What are those problems?
Faculty members at Jackson State University have been instructed not to discuss gender theory. Oh my, what are we going to do?
Well, it is a college, isn't it? I mean, it is a college. I mean,
there is no such thing as gender, period. There is sex, male or female.
Mm-hmm.
Do not turn my mic off.
Just don't yell then. I mean, it's like it was going in my ears.
There is very much a knob over there for your headphones if it hurts your ears, darling.
Okay.
But you can't turn my mic off just because you don't like what I have to say.
I just didn't want you to yell at me. That was my only point.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at this stupid Wingate who thinks that it's okay to teach gender theory. Well, guess what? It's not. Guess what? There is no such thing as gender.
It wasn't just gender theory, was it? There was something else.
Systemic racism.
Okay, systemic racism. I mean, well, here's my thought on it. So we're controlling what people can teach in colleges. I mean, why can't you go to college? I mean, I feel like,
oh my God.
What? I
mean, there's no such thing as gender. What is it going to take to get that through your head?
I mean,
there is no such thing. There are two sexes, male and female. There are 0 genders. There are infinite personalities. I mean, gender is not real. Gender's not real.
Okay.
It doesn't exist.
I mean, they teach a lot of things that aren't real in college, don't they?
And I think it's absolutely wrong. And we should be trying to stop that. They are indoctrinating instead of educating college students. But this isn't just for college. This is for all education in the state of Mississippi.
Mm-hmm. But they're specifically referencing.
It doesn't matter what they're specifically referencing. You want to ban it, you're banning it for everyone. And it should be banned. It absolutely should be banned. This is the same type of implementation that was teaching social justice yoga.
Oh God! I mean, how many places were actually teaching that?
I know Oxford was. That's right here in Mississippi, Sean. It doesn't matter. Okay, one place too many. Okay. One place too many, and it absolutely is ridiculous. You're right there.
Social justice yoga. I'm sure there's a social justice yoga at every school in Mississippi.
I just told you where it was.
One place.
It doesn't matter. One place is one place too many.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure we need to stop that. That's because it's taking over the minds of the youth of Mississippi. The social justice yoga.
I don't know why you make a joke out of this stuff. It really irritates me. It's not a joke.
Well, because when you say things like that, like social justice yoga, there's
one example. It was happening in Mississippi.
Okay, well, one example of it. There was one place in Oxford, which is, I mean,
to be a lawyer, sometimes you're not so smart about stuff. Because if there's one place in Mississippi doing it, do you not think there's going to be more and more and more if it continues?
I mean, I guess if they want the program, it would. I don't know. I don't know how people pick. They want social justice yoga. What place specifically had this? What school was it?
It was one of the schools in Oxford. That's all I know.
One of the, you don't know, elementary, high school, college.
It was elementary age students, Sean. It was actually preschool students.
It was preschool. Was this a public preschool?
It had to be because it was taking public dollars.
Okay. I mean, so it was one school in Oxford. All right. Well, I mean, right here they're referencing, it seems to me, the plaintiffs were the Jackson State groups. Is that correct? In this case,
I guess they were one of them.
That's what I'm reading.
It wasn't just Jackson State. It was. I'll have to look back.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it was the.
It wasn't. The plaintiffs were the Mississippi Association of Educators,
Okay.
American Civil Liberties Union, of course, the Dadgum Union, of course, and the Mississippi Center for Justice.
Okay, so they're the plaintiffs, or I thought ACLU was representing them. I thought they were the lawyers on the case. Is that right?
The plaintiffs, including the Mississippi Association of Educators.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so that whole group. So what is this better? What is the Mississippi Association of Educators? I don't even know. What is that?
I guess it's an organization that pretends to represent the educators of Mississippi.
And so they're specifically talking about gender theory, which you've addressed, and systemic racism.
Yes.
So what context can you not teach systemic racism? That's where I'm confused on. Like, is there a context that you cannot teach it?
The context that DEI is wanting to rid the state of is teaching that there is a group of people that is better because of their skin color and a group of people that is less than because of their skin color, the oppressed and the oppressors. That's what we have seen being implemented. It's critical race theory by design. And you're not going to see your child come home with a book labeled critical race theory. It's not actually taught. It's implemented in a way that children are indoctrinated. I've seen plenty of examples of it across the state of Mississippi, some being in my own children's schools. Mm-hmm. This is happening, and it did need to stop. This is actually wanting to end racism.
What were the?
But people are so stupid that they can't figure that out.
So since I don't really know, in your kid's school, what specifics were what you're talking about? Like, what were they being taught?
Well, there was an assignment in an English class that my daughter had, my oldest daughter. There were pictures put up on the wall of different scenes. One of those was Rosa Parks. One of those was the Birmingham bus bombings. Different civil rights scenes across
from the civil rights era. I get it.
Right.
Okay.
So English class, by the way, English, not history.
Okay.
And the assignment was to write about how you think, and one of the scenes depicted a little girl during segregation, and it was depict how you think she's crying. It's depict how you think that this little girl must have felt. Those were the words used, must have felt. Now, what you're doing right there is you are making the white people in this picture look bad.
Those people and the white people were bad.
You're making the black people,
right.
But that is not the world my child lives in today.
But it's a world that existed.
You can teach history and you can teach the facts of history. But when we start to go on putting this stuff in English classes and going on,
wait, let me back up on that question. So,
Sean,
like, what would you? Well, I'm going to ask you to finish what exactly they wanted them to do. That's what I'm trying to get the full context. So they wanted to write about how the girl in the photograph from the 1960s
must have felt.
Okay. And they had to write like an essay on that, or?
Yeah, paragraphs.
Okay. How the girl in the photograph must have felt.
But here's the thing. They don't send these and whatever.
What? I'm just asking. I mean, that's what I'm just trying to figure out.
Because that's how they do it. You start a little bit at a time and you push this stuff into curriculum. And before you know it, it's all the white people are bad. All the black people are victims. There's a group that's the oppressed and there's a group that's the oppressors. And you just create further divide within the student body starting at a young age.
But I mean, but discussing how
we got to take a break. We'll be right back here on Crossing the Aisle 103.9.
Well, welcome back to Crossing the Aisle with Sean and Lindsay, where we've been talking about parking meters and meter maids and DEI bans, or they got up, I guess that got DEI banned that got banned for right now. And I guess we're going to see how that
14
works
days.
for 14 days until we see what happens in that regard. So that was Judge Henry Wingate, who was appointed by President Reagan. So it was the more conservative judge on the federal district court.
Conservative, my butt.
And that blocked that. So we'll see how that plays out in terms of how Mississippi's DEI ban will be, if it will be implemented. What's gonna go on with that? I don't know. We will see. So what was it? Just a preliminary injunction, Lindsay, or what?
What now?
Was it a preliminary injunction that they filed? Was that what it was?
I'd have to go back and look. I just know that they the order paused implementation for at least 14 days.
Okay, until what? So there's going to have a hearing on whether they can proceed with it. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see. I guess we'll see what Judge Wingate rules on that, how long this lasts, and whether we're headed for appeal to the Fifth Circuit based on all of those things. So hold your horses. I'm sure that'll be another culture war fight here in the near future. We do have interesting stuff from Hunter Biden. Gave an interview yesterday with Andrew Callahan, I believe his name is, and it went kind of unhinged. He some of the wildest moments, he attacked George Clooney, calling him a fake actor and blaming him for undermining Joe Biden's reelection. He said, "F you to Americans concerned with immigration, defending undocumented workers as essential labor." He revealed that Joe Biden takes Ambien, possibly explaining his debate struggles, which I would think it's more than just the Ambien.
Why would anybody take Ambien before a presidential debate?
I have no idea. Why would anybody use cocaine in the White House? But we could ask Hunter that as well, I would think. Railed against Democratic elites like Axelrod and Carville for turning on the White House, and praised Kamala Harris, but blasted Obama and Pelosi for sidelining Vice President Harris during the campaign. The funniest part I took from it, when he was attacking the Pod Save America guys, which were a group of guys that work as Obama speechwriters during his 2 terms, as well as David Axelrod, which was one of his campaign advisors, and James Carville, who's the infamous advisor to Bill Clinton's 1992 election, as being people that, just won one election and they didn't do anything else. And so why does anybody listen to the, guys that just helped Obama the first time? And why does anybody listen to James Carville? But I thought about it this way. I'm like, you're talking about riding off people's coattails, Hunter. Like, you're like the quintessential coattail rider that anybody's ever heard of. I mean, you've ridden off, like, were you qualified to be on a gas board? No, you were not. But I mean, I don't think he's been qualified to do anything in his life. And he's ridden off his daddy's coattails forever, but he's attacking other people for riding off coattails of people, which I thought was just kind of funny. Like, how are you the one to do that?
Yeah.
So
seems a little ridiculous.
It seemed completely nuts. And he just had a whole meltdown. He was really angry about the way his dad was treated. He kept saying, like, my dad has been, was a politician for 50 years. And he, he's basically the king of the Democratic Party, and the way he was treated. And what he neglected to talk about was that how he and Jill Biden hid his dad. They were actually called in Jake Tapper's book, Original Sin. He refers to them as the Politburo, which which was the Soviet government arm, and they had protected President Biden from the media, like hid his condition, and they did anything they could to make sure that he would be able to run for re-election. So, I mean, I think it's just kind of rich that he's blaming all these people. Like, I can't believe you guys found out for our ruse. That's kind of what he's saying, and his and their kind of lust to hold on to power. And so but I mean, what do you expect? I mean, it's Hunter Biden. I didn't think it's expected to be, something profound. That's obviously self-serving to whatever for his ends.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, like you said, he was probably high in this interview.
Oh, he was. If you watch it, I mean, he's obviously taking a lot of methamphetamines during this. I mean, he is that. It is completely whacked out. It's one of the more
part that I saw was him talking about immigration and how he despises Donald Trump, and who do you think, cooks your food and cleans your hotel rooms, and and on and on and on. But he looked like he was so out of it that even things that he said that possibly could have made sense wouldn't have.
Yeah, I mean, he even threatened to invade El Salvador if they didn't take packs to
he
deport
did
him out.
say that.
Like he was going to do that. And
he made the remark, if I become president.
Yeah.
I don't think that's probably an option for you there.
No, I'm gonna go. He's not. That's not. I mean, first of all, I mean, what's he gonna do? Run as a Democrat after he just basically called out every person in the Democratic Party?
What's he gonna do? Run as a Republican after he has done the same there? Maybe he just needs to get back in the White House to get his cocaine that he left behind.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was wondering too, kind of like, what's he gonna do after all this? So his dad is, you know, 100.
He's got his art.
Yeah, he's got his art, but his
Right.
dad's like 100,000 years old, so he can't really play off his dad's name anymore because his dad doesn't have any power. And there's some people in the Biden family, I guess in Delaware, maybe they've still got some esteem. So I don't know what. And Hunter's only like mid 50s. So I'm like, what are you gonna do with the rest of your life, Hunter? Like, are you gonna? Maybe he has enough money to take him to the finish line. I don't know, but I was just thinking about that. Like, what do you do in the future if you're Hunter Biden? Like, what's your future career prospects? Not much. Because everybody knows that you're like one of the most infamous drug addict presidential sons ever. I mean, I think I was thinking about it in terms of like presidential brothers, you know, kids, siblings, whatever. He's taken the cake and taken the heat off of like Roger Clinton and Billy Carter. Like Billy Carter and Roger Clinton, like nobody knows who they are anymore because they were before the presidential siblings that were the F-ups. But now you've got Hunter Biden.
You mean the kids?
No, they were siblings. So Roger Clinton was Bill Clinton's either stepbrother or half brother who had like a notorious, you know, drinking and drug problem. And Billy Carter was president.
Chelsea was the only child of
yeah. So like
Bill.
Roger Clinton was just a big joke, like, oh, that's Roger Clinton, you know, the real F up, and Billy Carter.
But do siblings really get as much pressure as kids do? Because I mean, this is who Joe Biden raised.
Yeah, probably
this
not.
Is how he's acting.
I mean, because I can't think of the only presidential kid, and she wasn't a mess up. She was a kid. She's full grown adult now. It's Jenna Bush. You know, when she was young,
she was partying like a normal person, like a normal college age teenager would be.
Right. She was just a normal kid. I mean, so
now in Mississippi, you can look at our governors and
they've had some partying kids.
Reeves Barber.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day. And
true.
then who's the other one that just recently was arrested for stalking or something? Who's it's a former governor.
Former governor, I don't remember that one.
It's recent too.
Recent, I mean, there's been some governor's kids that have had some issues, you would say, I guess, over the years.
Yeah.
But don't want to get sued on that because I don't know specifically what they are. But yeah, that's been you know, I mean, what's kind of like what they always say, the preacher's kids are the worst. Like that's always the way it is. Like the preacher's kids are always the worst. That's a common saying because they're the ones.
I think all the preacher's kids that I've known have always turned out good.
I don't know. I mean, that's the reason there is a saying, like it's the.
I mean, I'm sure that there is, but just saying, in my experience, I've never known any that have turned out wild.
I mean, you know, think about it. It's the preacher's kids and the youth director. Like that's what you've got there. It's always the preacher's kids and the youth director.
Director.
Well, the youth director has usually the homosexual issues, and then the preacher's kids are bad. That's like the way the church dynamics, you know.
Not in every church, Sean.
I can Google youth director right now, and there will be like.
I'm sure there's a lot of them.
that pull up about that. Like it's just like youth director, you know, sex, and then it'll be something.
But I mean, teachers too. I think what I think it is, Sean, is that if you have those tendencies, you just kind of put yourself around children. Don't you think?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that happens. I mean, I just did a Google search, youth director.
But I mean, I think it's also teachers and coaches, and I don't think it's just in churches. I think it's pretty much any profession where you're going to align yourself, be around kids a lot of the time.
Yeah, I guess you have that access to kids, so then that's what you want to. I mean, I just,
predators.
Yeah, Googled it just around 21 hours ago. Former
groomers.
Well, this one here, 21 hours ago, former assistant director of youth ministries accused of child sex crimes, and then there's like 8 of them in a row in the last like 3 days of the same thing. We've got a youth director problem.
Yeah,
in
but
this
you
country.
put in youth director, put in teachers. I mean, you're probably you're gonna find the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's don't just hit on the churches, Sean.
Well,
I think it's just the sick people put themselves in the vicinity of children.
Yeah, I did that one. Teacher sex. Well-known New Orleans teacher, choir director, and accused of sex trafficking. Christian school teacher busted for sexual relationship with female student. Teacher at Tuscaloosa Christian School faces sex-related charges.
You still got some kind of youth director.
No, I don't. I just look. My Google search says teacher sex. 2 words. That's the 2 words I got there. I'm just saying. District of Massachusetts former Boston teacher indicted for child exploitation. And it goes on and on and on and on here.
And it's not just the male ones; it's the female ones.
Yeah, these are all female ones. Actually, when I'm looking here, they're not.
That's because that's what you've been Googling.
Yeah, maybe it's like finding my thing.
Your algorithm.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's they should create like I need to get into some of this teacher and youth director defense stuff because I mean, some of these people.
No,
have
you
money.
do not.
I mean, I'm just saying there's a market for these people committing.
Why would you want to defend any of those?
I need to run ads there. Like, are you a youth director? And then like give like youth director discount or something.
Put your billboard up.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Because I mean, there's just so many of it. It's just that's what I was telling a friend of mine this morning that practiced law. I was like, we should get into, even though I'm not going to do it, but I was like, I should get into divorce law, family law, because like those are the call. I get so many of those calls and people asking questions about that because everybody hates being married. So like this is a really good business.
Everybody does not.
But I mean, that's really like a
married.
good business model, though.
But you can't say everybody hates.
But you got to admit, I mean, you work for me. Don't we get tons of domestic calls, like people like wanting to get divorced. I mean, because like everybody hates being married. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody does not hate being married.
I mean, if that's not true, then why is the divorce rate over 50%? So
okay, so
it's a good
50% of people hate being married, not 50%, everybody.
But I mean, it's a lot. So that's
actually the divorce rates are declining.
So what we're doing, Lindsay, this next week is we're going to expand the Yurt Cron Law Firm into divorces.
No, we are not.
Teacher sex scandals and youth director sex scandal. I think there's a whole new business market that we've not thought about yet, that we have not really got into. I need to put out some ads for that. Are you do you hate your spouse? I bet half of you listening do. Are you a youth director that's been accused of a sex crime? There's a lot of those. See, it's a whole market. You got to think business, Lindsay. That's what it is. That's what I'm trying to do here. Anyway, on that note, we will change courses there for our last segment. And and again, though, I will get a coupon code for if you're looking for a divorce or you're a youth director charged with a sex crime. Check us back out.
Don't get effed.
Don't get effed. See you next segment.
WYAB.
Hey, this is John with MES. That's Mississippi Energy Services. We sell, service, and install all makes and models of home and business generators. One thing that we do different than a lot of other companies is we do all the work ourselves. We don't use subcontractors. We go from the original estimate, the design, to the final product. That way we can control the quality of the job from the beginning to the end. We are online at msenergy.us.
Peace, love, and pizza. Happy holidays from Johnny's Pizza House. Try our new cauliflower crust today. 10 inches of crunchy good vibes for a limited time only. Groove on in and share a slice today. Peace, love, and pizza from Johnny's Pizza House.
Win free pizza for a year this summer at Johnny's Pizza House. Your pizza's already a work of art. Now, let it win you free pizza for a year. Just snap a pic with your favorite pizza and enter to win at johnnysph.com/share-my-slice. Peace, love, and pizza at Johnny's Pizza House.
B-Dubs cocktails, pretzel knots, and mozzarella sticks. It's all on me today.
Oh, so you're happy hour rich. When the happy hour menu is only $3 to $6 from 3 to 6 p.m.
$3 to $6? That's crazy.
You know we're at happy hour right now from 3 to 6 p.m.
It's happy hour crazy.
We were here yesterday, too.
Crazy.
Quit playing. I'm going to let you pay, though.
Food, beer, and cocktails for $3 to $6 from 3 to 6 p.m. Buffalo Wild Wings for the greatest of all times. Monday through Friday only. Beer deals available all day at participating locations. Taxes and fees apply. Dine in only. Drink responsibly. Offers vary by location. Void where prohibited.
We would like to invite you to visit our retirement community, which is not only beautiful, but affordable as well. I'm Rhonda Brown, director at the Waterford on Highland Colony in Ridgeland. Our enhanced dining services include 3 delicious daily meals served in our beautiful open dining room. In addition, we're pet friendly and we're so excited about our brand new dog park. Call us at the Waterford on Highland Colony in Ridgeland, 601-856-6131.
Well, I'm sitting here today with one of my favorite clients, Reggie Brumfield. The first time I believe we worked together was around 25 years ago, wasn't it, Reggie?
I remember that time. My wife, Kathy, and I, we were looking for a home. He sold that house to us, and when we got ready to buy another home, he helped us sell that home and buy another home. So 25 years later, when we decided to purchase another home, your name was the only one in our minds.
601-720-4037, RitaJensen.net.
School's out, and McDee's in Ridgeland is the perfect place for family fun this summer. Enjoy our famous $12 Blue Plate specials every Monday through Friday, and now kids eat for just $5. That's right, just $5. Bring out the whole crew and enjoy our huge patio with lots of TVs, plenty of fans, and a safe space where kids can play while you kick back and relax. Family friendly, Budget friendly and always a good time. McBee's Bar and Grill, buzzing the res since 1982. Check out McBee's Bar and Grill on Facebook for today's special.
The Tri-County Academy Rebels' success in the classroom and on the athletic stage begins with the Tri-County Academy Booster Club. Join the team and be a Rebel by getting involved and volunteering as a booster. Your involvement is the generator for fundraisers, facility upgrades, equipment, uniforms, and all other needs. Tri-County Athletics thrives in part because of our TCA boosters. Join today by calling the TCA main office at 601-879-8517 and help the Rebels continue the championship tradition.
Are you a wine enthusiast? Are you looking for the perfect bottle to elevate your next dinner? The ultimate destination for wine lovers is 042 Wine and Spirits on West Government Street in Brandon. They're locally owned, they're locally operated. 042 Wine offers something for everyone, from local favorites to rare vintage wines. 042 Wine and Spirits can help you find your next favorite wine. The friendly and knowledgeable folks at 042 Wine and Spirits will help you find the perfect bottle for every occasion. 042 Wine and Spirits, located on West Government Street in Brandon.
Come together.
And we're back on Crossing the Aisle, talking about youth directors and teachers in sex scandals.
So it was, thanks, John. It was Thad Cochran's son.
Right.
Was the other one, not another governor's son, but a senator's son.
So then, see, you just gave me another practice area to open up into is
Politicians.
Children, youth directors,
you might have
teachers, and divorce cases.
You might have Hunter Biden calling you.
Hunter Biden, well, he's already got a team of lawyers. You know that somebody's got that market. They got him on billable hours.
Well, I mean, are they doing their job? They let him go on this interview.
He's the best client ever. He keeps getting in trouble. Like, you can't complain about that.
And he's got money.
He's got money, and he's always in trouble. Like, I would love to have a client like that. Like, trouble again. Sorry. You know, you got money. That's a perfect thing to do. But, well, I mean, everybody check that interview out, though. It is really worth your time. I didn't watch the whole thing, but because I think I wasn't drinking, and I need to be drinking to really enjoy that, because it takes that to watch the S show that interview totally is. But yeah, that's something that we really have been talking about lately, about not the youth directors. I just like to think that's because I think that's funny, and I like joking about that stuff. But
of course
it's part of my whole crusade on the church grift, as I call it. The teacher thing, though, really has become an issue, though. It's constant now. Lindsay and I keep following this.
Well, Sean likes to follow it because he likes to pick at me, and every time there is a hot teacher that messes with a student, he's like, I didn't have any teachers like that when I was in school. I sure wish I had. I'm like, you're gross.
That's yeah. I mean, there's just a influx of all these teachers that are, and then the one that was a really hot one, right, that even my sister started following, that her husband stayed with her. I think then he heard the bad stuff, and I think he's left.
Did he leave?
That's what my sister, she's been following more than us now.
We got her hooked.
Yeah, she's hooked on the Instagram influencer teacher that was doing the 14-year-old or whatever it was.
Lord,
but this seems to be a common thing. I don't know. I mean, I wonder, maybe like you said, that people like that are just attracted to those kind of positions where they have access to.
It's got to be. I mean, it's got to be.
I guess Jeffrey Epstein should have just been a teacher. He would have saved himself a lot of money that way, I would think.
Yeah,
he was already had access. He didn't need Miss Maxwell for anything at that point. So, I mean, he would just been able to jump.
Maybe it would have ended better for him.
Like just a teacher. I mean, God, that's gotta, that's one of the challenges too, I guess, of sending your kids to school now. You don't know who's going to be the teacher there, because you got these people. That's why eventually we're going to go into AI teaching, which is going to happen, I think, and you won't have to really worry about that unless the AI is like a.
The AI very well could be.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, that's possible. Like somebody programs it to groom, and who knows. But well, we will catch you all tomorrow and tonight on the live stream at 8:00. I think we're going to go live. We'll see. But and we'll see you tomorrow at 12 here on Crossing the Aisle. Have a great Tuesday.